Welcome to Van Andel Soccer Stadium here on the campus of Hope College. My name is Alan Babbitt, Hope College Sports Information Director, here bringing you play-by-play action from today's men's lacrosse match between the Hope College Flying Dutchmen and the DePauw University Tigers. Flying Dutchmen come into this afternoon with a 4-1 overall record, while DePauw is 3-3. The Flying Dutchmen are riding a 4-game win streak that includes victories over Concordia, Michigan, Monmouth, Illinois, John Carroll, and Benedictine. The Flying Dutchmen have the top non-league record in the MIAA so far this season. They are the only team above 500, so a great start for the Flying Dutchmen. Really strong on both ends of the field, allowing only 30 goals this season, which is tops in the MIAA. 4 fewer than Trine, which is the next best. Trine also is at 500 at 2-2, so the Thunder have the second best record in the league besides Hope. Hope has scored 53 goals, which is third most in the MIAA, behind Trine's 56 and Adrian's 59. This is the final match for the Flying Dutchmen before spring break. They will only play one time over spring break. That'll be at Wabash, Indiana, on Saturday, March 24th at 1 o'clock Central Time, before returning home for a stretch of 3 home matches. The Flying Dutchmen will play Concordia, Chicago on Wednesday, March 28th, then open MIAA play against Alma on Wednesday, April 4th at 7 o'clock. That's a rematch of last year's MIAA tournament that the Flying Dutchmen lost in a nail-biter at the end. And then they'll be playing Trine University before going on the road for 4 of their final 5 league matches, and see if they can qualify for the MIAA tournament again and maybe even win a league championship and earn the top seed for the league tournament. Flying Dutchmen are led by head coach Michael Shannels, while the Tigers of DePauw are led by Dan Ambrose. Today is one of 2 matches involving MIAA teams. The other one, Alma, is at home against Heidelberg, Ohio at 7 o'clock tonight. So the Flying Dutchmen have a spotlight right now, and their teams have completed their pregame warm-ups and are getting ready for the national anthem, and then we will be underway here from Van Andel Soccer Stadium on this chilly but beautiful sunny day on the campus of Hope College. Glad to have you along.
Once again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Van Andel Soccer Stadium here on the campus of Hope College for today's men's lacrosse contest between the DePauw University Tigers and your Hope College Flying Dutchmen. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to please rise. Gentlemen, if you would, please remove your caps. And ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Now we'll give you the starters for today's match. The Tigers of DePauw in their black uniforms with white numbers and yellow trim. They will have Charlie Robeson in goal for the Tigers. And then he is joined in the starting lineup by Jack Eberly, number 1. Number 9, Ben Sherman. Number 12, Donnie Blyfuss. Number 13, Jeremy Conzen. Number 20, Steen Jorgensen. Number 28, Kyle Roberts. Number 42, Nate Greenberg. Number 44, Ben Davis. And number 50, William Dorger. For the Flying Dutchman in goal will be Nick Shannels, the reigning MIAA Defensive Player of the Week. He'll be joined in the lineup by number 2, Max Kuiper. Number 7, Rocco Mulroney, the reigning MIAA Men's Lacrosse Offensive Player of the Week. Number 9, Gino Battaglia. Number 15, Liam Turley. Number 16, Adam Bell. Number 25, Kyle Gaines. Number 29, Josh Blackburn. Number 30, Nick Bazzani. And number 32, Gareth Ulmer. Flying Dutchmen are playing the Tigers for the 4th time, but seeking their first win. And having our opening face-off will be number 25 for Hope, Kyle Gaines. Double check on the number there. It looks like Matthew Braun, and the Tigers win the face-off. That's Jack Gomez with the ground ball. Tigers with it in the offensive zone. Ben Davis with the ball, passes it back out to Jack Gomez. Tigers reset, getting Kyle Roberts into the match. Jorgensen with it. Inside, behind the Hope net, the Tigers work it around. Nick Bazzani, Gareth Ulmer, and Adam Bell back on defense for Hope. Nate Greenberg works it in, runs around, defended by Liam Turley. Ball on the ground, scooped up. Tigers will keep it. Kyle Roberts works around, pressured by 2 Hope defenders. Shot save, Nick Shannels. Nick had double-digit saves last week, including a season-high 13 in the win over John Carroll. The Flying Dutchman will work to set. Ball on the ground, scooped up by Battaglia. Shot by Max Kuiper. Hope will retain possession. Rocco Mulroney with it. Works around. Nathan Henschel up top. Back up to Andrew Pavey. Now Grant Brogan with the ball. Flying Dutchman will look to set it up for their first time today. 2 minutes into the first quarter. Pavey with it behind to Kuiper. Worked it over to Battaglia. Battaglia works around, defended. Passes it back to Kuiper. Kuiper over to Mulroney. Rocco pressured by Donnie Blyfuss. Shot save. Good scoring chance for Hope. Tigers will work it now, trying to get it up for a successful clear. Jack Gomez finds Steen Jorgensen. Jorgens with the shot off the post. Ball caroms back to midfield. Scramble for it. DePauw with it. Nate Greenberg with the ball. Brings it in for Hope. Micah Berry in for the Flying Dutchman, number 12. Jorgensen with it, works it back around to Roberts. Roberts to Sherman behind the goal. Pressured by Ulmer. Tigers work it around up top. Roberts with it, back behind. Ben Davis took his eye off the ball for just a minute, and that was give the Flying Dutchman a turnover. Work it over to Nick Shannels. Nick Bazzani with it. Nick brings it up. Over to Almer. Back to Micah Berry. Good forced turnover there by Thomas Dye. And the Tigers will work it back. Quickly up to Ben Davis. Orman in the corner. Pass. Shot. Goal. William Dorger buries the shot. On a beautiful pass from Ben Sherman. And the Flying Dutchmen are down 1-0 as DePauw strikes first this afternoon.
For the Tigers, with the assist, number 9, Ben Sherman. And scoring goal number 1, number 50, William Dorger.
Good teamwork there. Off the turnover. Flying Dutchman will look to even the score here. 4 minutes into the first quarter. Kyle Gaines with the faceoff. Face-off violation on Hope, so that'll be trying with possession. Matthew Braun works it in, drops it off, and he'll head back to the DePauw bench. Ben Davis with the ball, works it around. Back behind to Ben Davis. Pressured by Bazzani. Work it back up top. Jack Ritchie with it. Over to Lewis Andrews. Andrews works it in. Ball dropped. Ball on the ground. Scooped up. Still in possession. Turnover. And a ground ball for Stephen Holpook. Stephen will work it up to Rocco Mulroney. Flying Dutchman work it around. Flying Dutchman wearing their home white, orange numbers, blue trim. Battaglia works it back. Andrew Pavey with it. Pavey drive, shot, bounce. Possession will stay with Hope. Grant Brogan gets in for the Flying Dutchman. Number 4, Max Kuiper. Shot, save. DePauw picks up the ground ball. The Flying Dutchman will look to force another turnover. Scott Thomas, number 31, in for Hope. Ball knocked around. Scooped up, turnover. Battaglia with possession. Battaglia drives, tries to find Kuiper, works it back around to Mulroney. Rocco pressured, spins, shot, goal! Rocco Mulroney muscles his way. First goal today. We're all tied at 1-1. 8:46 left in the first quarter. You cannot let Rocco get to his spot. He's very strong and has a very accurate shot. Big goal for Hope, evens this match at 1.
Number 7, Rocco Mulroney.
Marshall Van Belkom will take the face-off for Hope. Matthew Braun with it for DePauw. Stiff wind coming out of the south. See how much that factors in today, if at all. Tigers win the ground ball. Worked it around, knocked around on the ground. Turnover, Hope with it. Ball bounces around again, picked up by Liam Turley. Works it up to Gino Battaglia. Battaglia back to Kuiper. Flying Dutch will back off and get a play set up. We're going to have a flag here, presumably on DePauw. possibly a too many men on the field penalty, but Hope will work it around to try to get a scoring chance. Pavey with it. Pavey spins around, pressured. Shot. Goal! Andrew Pavey puts the Flying Dutchman up 2-1. Flag will be waved off because of the goal. Great job by Andrew Pavey. Flying Dutchman up 2-1. Here, 7:43 left in the first quarter.
Number 36, Andrew Pavey.
You can tell the Flying Dutchmen are playing with a lot of confidence right now. They've picked up steam since that season opening loss to Carthage. And we're going to get a timeout. DePauw coach Dan Ambrose wants to talk to his team after the Flying Dutchmen shifted the momentum on them and have taken a 2-1 lead. Our MIAA Players of the Week this week, Rocco Mulroney had 6.5 goals and 2 victories last week for Hope, including a school record Van Andel Stadium record tying 7 against Benedictine, Illinois. He also had 6 of Hope's 9 goals in a victory over John Carroll. Nick Shannels averaged 11.5 saves last week, had 13 against John Carroll, and then 10 against Benedictine in that victory. The week previous, it was Gareth Ulmer on the defensive end and Max Kuiper on the offensive end, giving Hope a sweep of MIAA Players of the Week. So congratulations to all 4, and this week to Rocco and Nick. Nick is number 1 in the MIAA, now with 23 goals this season. And Nick Shannell leads the MIAA with a 5.81 goals against average. And he is second with a 62% save percentage. Back in action here at Van Andel Soccer Stadium. Marshall Van Velkom with the face-off for Hope. Ball loose on the ground. Scramble for it. Ball still scrambled. Looks like Hope will get it. Maybe not. Ball saved from going out of bounds, but DePauw gets it. Jack Eberle with the ground ball for the Tigers. And they'll work it around to try to get it upfield. Hope's created a couple turnovers. The midfield, but not this time. Ben Sherman with it. Works it around. Back to William Dorger. William has DePauw's goal of the game so far. 2-1 our score midway through the first quarter. Ben Davis with it. Pressured by Nick Pisani. Kyle Roberts with it, defended by Liam Turley. Tigers working around the Hope net. Being very, very patient here, wanting to slow down Hope's momentum if they can. Chilly afternoon here at Van Andel Soccer Stadium, but a beautiful sunny day. A little wind coming out of the south. Shot, goal. Nice job by Steen Jorgensen to use the Hope defender as a screen, and we are all tied at 2-2.
For the Tigers.
That's Steen's 11th goal of the season.
Number 20.
He moves into the team lead with Ben Sherman and Ben Davis in goal scoring. That was Dorger's 9th goal of the year. Kyle Gaines back taking the face-off for Hope. Matthew Braun with it for DePauw. Ball loose. Knocked away. Still going. It looks like out of bounds, and it'll be Hope possession. My Dutchman will reset. Liam Turley with it. Long pass. Too tall, but skips over for Hope. DePauw to Penner. Mulroney with it. Fights off a couple checks. Passes it, but out of bounds. Turnover. Hope. Just the pressure forced Rocco to rush that a little bit and just bounced it so his teammate wasn't able to grab it. Over to Kyle Roberts. Kyle brings it up. William Dorger works it back to the top. Steen Jorgensen just scored Trine's game-tying goal. Works it around and back. Ben Sherman with it. Sherman up top to Roberts. Shot to Dorger. Save by Nick Shannels. Ball caroms off. Picked up by Greenberg. Ball knocked away on the ground. Picked up by Hope and knocked away from the long stick midfielder. Ball still on the ground. Picked up by Stephen Holpuk. Stephen brings it up. Works it back. Hands it off to Nathan Henschel and heads off the field. Matthew Harkema into the match, number 27 for Hope as well. Max Kuiper, pressured, works around, sends it back to Mulroney behind the DePauw net. Mulroney with it. Muscle shot save. DePauw works it around, but a ground ball not handled by Jeremy Conzen on the ground. And an unforced error gives Hope possession. Sean get a clock adjustment here, 3:41. Sean Glebe enters the match for Hope. Mulroney with it. Pressured by Donnie Blyfuss. Works it around. Max Kuiper behind the net. Meets two DePauw defenders. Mulroney with it. Spins. Nice move. Shot fake. Save. Ball on the ground. Mulroney picks it up. Another save. And the official's going to blow the play dead. See what his call is. And it looks like Hope's getting called for stepping in the crease. So it'll be DePauw possession. We remain tied. 3:16 and counting left here in this first quarter. Some great chances there for Hope. Nice work by Charlie Robeson to keep this match tied at 2. Shot turnover. Good pressure by Hope. Micah Berry with it. Berry up to Brogan. Brogan works it over to Mulroney. Quickly to Beery. Gets it back. Keeps possession. Looks for a teammate. Dumps it off to Max Kuiper. Kuiper with it to Battaglia. Up top to Brogan. Looks like we're going to have another penalty on DePauw. Flying Dutchman scored the last time they had this opportunity. Brogan with the shot save. .216 left here in the first half. Scott Brooks is going to come in for Hope. Officials will huddle and decide what the call is. 2:16 remaining here in this first quarter. 2-2 our score. Looks like we got an offsides and an interference penalty. Flying Dutchman will play with a two-man advantage. Brooks with it, now Henschel. Henschel works it back to Mulroney behind the DePauw net. Up to Kuiper, over to Mulroney, shot save. Ball scooped around on the ground. Picked up by the Tigers. Jeremy Conson, Tigers try to work it up. Picked up by Thomas Dye. And we're going to have a penalty here. I believe it is on Hope.
Did it get high? No, did it get so far? That's not a good ref. Gotta get high. You gotta get the deep lunge. The higher they go.
1:35 left in this first quarter.
That's all you have to do for records is you gotta get high.
Looks like Grant Brogan will be, well, maybe not. We'll see who's serving the penalty for Hope. A push on Gino Battaglia is the call, so he'll serve a 30-second penalty. Both teams putting a lot of pressure on the keepers. Charlie Robeson already with 6 saves for the Tigers. Beats DePauw possession, 1.5 minutes left in this first quarter. We are all tied at 2. Flying Dutchman now are playing a man down for 30 seconds. Flyfuss with it. Shot, save. That's Dan McCauley on that shot, but he makes the save. Liam Turley with it. Turley gets it up to Josh Blackburn. Blackburn pressured. Ball knocked out of his stick. On the ground. Turnover Hope. Jeremy Conson picks it up. 40 seconds left here in this first quarter. Tigers probably willing to just settle for one last scoring opportunity. .25 seconds left in this first quarter. Turnover by DePauw. Grant Brogan picks it up. Flying Dutchman at full strength. 15 seconds and counting. Max Kuiper with it in the corner. 10 seconds now. Kuiper looks to get to the net, over to Brogan. Brogan has to do a long shot, and it's wide, and that will be the end of our first period. Our score, Hope College 2, DePauw 2. Teams will huddle for a quick break and be back in action for this second quarter of Hope College DePauw University Division III Men's Lacrosse. Welcome back to Van Andel Soccer Stadium on the campus of Hope College. Teams have traded sides for this second quarter. And we'll have a face-off with Kyle Gaines for the Flying Dutchman.
Because I've done this for years, and you wouldn't believe it because that's years. Because I messed it up. No, but
before I came here,
so for okay, but I had
Matthew Braun will face Kyle Gaines in this face-off of this second quarter.
the main thing I do. Yeah, and I just want to tell you.
Ball on the ground.
Competitions,
Looks like we're going to have a face-off violation on DePauw. On Hope.
because one time
So possession will go to the Tigers.
a different announcer wanted me to play league,
William Dorger with it, works it behind to Ben Davis.
and it didn't play. And that was the time Alan complimented me. But it was because it didn't play, and then I had to go back into SoundCloud and
Tigers work it around. Steen Jorgensen with it.
Alan complimented me.
Pressure by Josh Blackburn. Tigers work it behind the Hope goal. Ben Davis with it. Ben Davis to his teammate Nate Greenberg. Greenberg with it. Greenberg with a shot wide. Possession will stay with the Tigers. Ben Davis with it. Ball knocked on the ground. Picked up by Davis. Ball on the ground again, but Dorger with it. Tigers working around. Jorgensen with it. Jorgensen with the shot wide. Possession will stay with DePauw.
What about Sean? I don't know how to say his last name. I always thought it was Glebe. I think it's Glebe.
Ben Sherman with it.
I met him.
Pressured by Ulmer. Ball knocked off. Ball marked out of bounds. Turnover DePauw. Nice job by Gareth Ulmer there to force the turnover. Long passed up to Micah Berry. Berry with it. Gets the defender from DePauw on his feet. Flying Dutchman will try to set up a play. Max Kuiper with it behind the DePauw goal. Working around Battaglia. Back up to Pavey. Scott Thomas with it. Over to Henschel. Max Kuiper behind the goal. Battaglia. Long pass up to Henschel. Henschel with a fake. Pressured. Spins around. Puts the shot off the post. Scott Thomas with the ground ball. Or Scott Brooks, excuse me. Brooks with it.
I would have gotten that right. I know Jay. I do. He went to my high school. His name is Jay.
Brooks with it.
Now goes to Stony.
Works around. Shot. Save
Yeah, well, Dad would try to
by Charlie Robeson.
screen, banging around there.
Throws the ball, but out of bounds. Turnover. A failed clear by the Tigers. Gives Hope possession back.
He's like, what? And Jorgensen, I had to help him with Jorgensen. Ian Jorgensen? Oh,
Scott Brooks will head off. Grant Brogan will head on for the Flying Dutchman.
ECONOMOU. There's so many O's in their name. They're close.
Grant, one of three seniors on the Hope roster, still a very young team, but very promising. Rocco Moroney spins around. Fakes. Muscled shot, goal! What a beautiful shot by Rocco Mulroney. Did a quick pivot and hit it right in the top right corner, and the Hope College Flying Dutchman take a 3-2 lead.
For the Flying Dutchman, scoring goal number 3, unassisted, number 7, Rocco Mulroney.
He's just so difficult to defend because he's so strong. And if he gets the angle on you and gets his position in, it's going to be tough for a goalie to keep him out of the net. Matthew Braun in the face-off for DePauw.
Yeah, that was
Party till we die. That's an intense.
Marshall Van Belkom for the Flying Dutchman. Picked up by Blackburn. Josh works it around. Pass picked up by Blackburn. Hope will work it back to Nick Shannels and try to get things settled. A little dangerous there. Ball picked up by Andrew Pavey. Andrew with it. Andrew races untouched. Fake, knocked away. Turnover picked up by Donnie Blyfuss for the Tigers. Looked like it was going to materialize into something for Hope, but it quickly went away. Tigers work it up. Work it behind to Ben Sherman.
No, it was Joey's senior year because
Sherman to Ben Davis.
Joey was the one who had it.
Kyle Roberts with it. Steen Jorgensen with it, knocked to the ground.
No, it's Sam.
Good defensive play by Hope. Creates a scramble, but Jorgensen comes up with it. Pressured by Adam Bell. But gets it up to Ben Sherman. Tigers try to muscle through. Shot blocked.
He threw that one high.
Picked up. And looks like we're going to have a penalty on Hope.
But it was really high. So he's good.
What did he call?
Call it slash.
He was calling tripping.
No, he's calling slash.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
30 slash.
Why did he stand there? Stand on the
Looks like it's a slashing call.
Probably because he was motioning his coach. Slashed him on the leg.
Believe that'll be Nick Bizzani serving the penalty. Tough break for Hope.
Yeah, no, that's just called going for a ground ball, dude.
It's a 1 minute penalty correction. So an extra man opportunity for DePauw. Hope leading 3-2 with just inside 10 minutes left here in this first half.
Hey, Paulanda's in.
Really?
Yeah.
Tigers working around. Shot, goal.
25.
Okay.
That makes him look pretty bad.
Eric Schoonover with his first goal of the match, and we are all tied at 3-3. The Tigers take advantage of that extra man opportunity.
That was Steen Jorgensen, number 20.
Eric is on our team.
Yeah, Eric's active.
Oh, my correction. I read the Hope side of things. Steen Jorgensen, his second goal of the match.
Quinn Roddy, and scoring goal number 3. Number 20.
Eric Schoonover is for Hope. 3-3 our score. Timeout, Flying Dutchman.
That was the boys. Steen.
Hey, I didn't know Eric played. I met Eric. Yeah. I just met him this weekend.
Hope with the edge on shots on goal, but we are tied.
Hilarious. His last name is Schoonover. And my
3-3. Hope has put up 16 shots, while DePauw has 10.
I'm like, okay, so your dad is my boss.
Number 20, Steen Jorgensen, leads the Tigers with 4 shots.
Yeah, and like I have friends who got.
While Rocco Maroney has been Hope's dominant shot producer with 7 so far.
Like, you can call me Scoonie. I'm like, no, I can't. No. That's too weird. People don't really call me that because of my parents. Because we just call Scoonies. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's so weird. I cannot call another human. There's a lot of people that have called I know. Yeah, but she's assistant coaching.
All tied. 9:45 left in this first half. Marshall Van Belkom will
You like it?
take the face-off for Hope. Matthew Braun for
See, I wouldn't like that though, because I feel like it's another your dad's name.
the Tigers.
It really just throws me off.
Great lacrosse match materializing here on the campus of Hope College. Special thank you to Lawrence and Vanderswart for helping this
My mom? Yeah. It's
live stream made possible. They've been great supporters of our live stream efforts for all our Hope College athletic programs. Ball knocked around on the ground. Squirted up.
yeah, I'm doing music in a couple weeks, I think.
Ball knocked free. Still on the ground, but scooped up by DePauw's Donnie Blyfuss, and the Tigers will get possession. Big scramble there, but Hope not able to come up with it. Tigers get it up to Matthew Daw. Ben Davis with it. Ben Davis turns around, peels back. Tigers will look to get set up to the play. Tied score here, 3-3. A beautiful sunny but cold afternoon at Van Andel Soccer Stadium. Matthew Daw with it, rushes a pass, turnover. Tigers, Hope will get possession. Break there for Hope, see if they're able to capitalize. Work it back to Nick Channels. Nick will bring it up. The middle to Nathaniel Henschel. Henschel with it up the left side. Gets the clear for Hope. And now they'll be the ones to be patient. Set up. Liam Turley with it. Liam drives. Shot. Shot was wide. Hope will maintain possession. Field opened up there for Liam, and he took a good opportunity for a scoring chance. Sean Glebe coming in for the Flying Dutchman. Jack Gomez in for DePauw. Henschel with it. Tries to find Pavey in the middle. Ball knocked away, still on the ground. Turnover Hope. Flying Dutchman with possession. He'll try to transition to defense. Shot wide. Shot there by Nate Greenberg. No, correction. Patrick Durnian. But the Tigers able to keep possession. Work it up. Lewis Andrews with it. Behind to Ben Sherman, tracked by Gareth Ulmer. Lewis Andrews with it. Tigers have already beaten 2 MIAA teams this season. Kalamazoo 22-3. Shot. Wide. Picked up by Verdrine, and behind the back. Lewis Andrews did a beautiful, quick behind the back whip, and the Tigers have taken a 4-3 lead. Patrick Durnian with the assist, and that was a bang-bang play.
For the Tigers, with the assist, number 45.
And with 7:04 left in the first half.
And scoring goal number 4. Number 4, Lewis Andrews.
We have the Tigers leading 4-3. Kyle Gaines in the face-off for Hope. Ball on the ground. Ulmer lost his stick, otherwise he would have had it. Blackburn picks it up. Ball on the ground again. Jeremy Conson picks up the ground ball, and the Tigers will keep possession. Nate Greenberg with it. Tigers working around to Durnian. Over to Ben Davis. Works it around to Nate Greenberg. Greenberg thinking about a shot, works it around. Steen Jorgensen. Steen Jorgensen passes it. Nate Greenberg with it, pressured by multiple defenders. Ball knocked to the ground, but picked up by Durnian. Jorgensen with it. Turnaround shot right in the top corner. The goal for number 28, Kyle Roberts, off the assist from Steen Jorgensen. And the Tigers have their biggest lead of the day so far, 5-3. 5:49 left in the first half.
For the Tigers, with the assist, number 20, Steen Jorgensen. And scoring goal number 5, number 28, Kyle Roberts.
Tigers rebounding quite nicely after losing a third-ranked Denison on Saturday, 16-2. Ball on the ground, picked up by Matthew Braun. Flying Dutchman need a defensive stop to stem DePauw's momentum. Jack Ritchie with it. Over to Lewis Andrews. Lewis deep to Ben Davis. Pressured by Bazzani. Davis falls. Turnover. Nick Bazzani picks it up. Scoops it.
Bill, you gotta give us that call turn.
Ball knocked, dropped by Hope. Turnover. Picked up by Ben Sherman. On the drive, nice pass. Durnian, shot save. Good job by Nick Shannels. Nick picks up the loose ball. Nick bailed out his teammates there. Great job in goal. Ball knocked away by Hope. Another turnover. Tigers with possession. Approaching 4 minutes left here in this first half.
No, that's your job.
No, I have to go let the officials in.
They can wait. They're calling a shitty game.
That's not how it works.
I feel like
Tigers have kept the Hope off the board
Will, do you want to do it?
since about 2.5 minutes or 3.5 minutes into this second quarter. Ball knocked around, knocked on the ground, picked up.
Turnover, Powell 9, caused by 16. Ground ball.
Flying Dutchman with it now after forcing the turnover. Andrew Pavey works through the DePauw defense, works it down to Mulroney. Mulroney with a pass to Battaglia. Battaglia. Ball knocked around. Nearly a scoring opportunity for Hope. Tigers able to work it out of trouble. Up to Steen Jorgensen. Jorgensen pressured by Bieri. Now the Tigers will back off and work on setting up another scoring opportunity. Ritchie shot. Save Hope. Quickly up to Micah Beery. Nice job by Charlie Robinson to pick off that pass. He anticipated the long throw coming and went up and got it. So Hope will have to go back on defense. 5-3 our score. 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Jorgensen with it. Followed by Blackburn. Very balanced lineup for trying 4 double-digit goal scorers. Shot by Ben Sherman, who's Trine's leading scorer, but the Tigers will keep possession. 2 minutes left here in this first half. Durnian with it, works it back up to Jorgensen. Jorgensen followed by Blackburn. Now Ulmer gives it up to Sherman. Roberts with it. Gives up to Durnian. Greenberg fakes. Backs off.
Oh, sorry, Darren. I couldn't keep a secret.
we're naming it for you.
His name is Chop.
Greenberg with it. Pressured. Passes to Durnian, works it outside. Back around. Durger with it, spins, shot, wide. Trying to keep possession. 51 seconds left in this first half. Ball knocked away. Scooped up by Shannels. Hope will get possession. 35 seconds and counting left in the first half. Shannel pressured by Durnian, trying to find somebody to get the ball to. Pisani has it, trying to get it. And looks like we got time. Looks like we're going to have a penalty. Ben Sherman gets the call. So Hope will have an extra man here for the final 10 seconds. Holding is the call, 30 seconds. That should carry over for the first 20 seconds of the second half, but Hope will maybe try to score quickly here before. And that'll do it for this first half here on the campus of Hope College. Our score, DePauw University 5, Hope 3. This is Alan Babbitt, Hope College Sports Information Director, giving you play-by-play action this afternoon. We will be back in a little bit with the second half of this Division III men's lacrosse contest. Welcome back to Van Andel Soccer Stadium on the campus of Hope College. We're getting ready to begin the second half of this Division III men's lacrosse contest. Hope is trailing 5-3. A 3-goal second quarter for the Tigers has given them a 2-goal advantage. Hope just had 1 goal in that second period after Hope will begin with an extra man, about 20 seconds worth. Hold on. We got the clock. Start the, oh, there we go. Got the clock going here. Hope with the extra man for about 20 seconds. Mulroney with it. Kuiper to Brogan. Henschel now. Shot, save. Scott Brooks with the shot. We are all even. Ball knocked on the ground. Possession, fought. It'll be Tigers' ball. Tigers work it back to their goalie, Charlie Robeson. A lot of long passes by the Tigers, and that one did not work out. Turnover for DePauw. Henschel will bring it up for Hope. Pavey with it at the top for Hope. Gets a screen where it wheels around. Shot, save. Ball knocked out of bounds. Hope possession will stay with Hope. Max Kuiper with the restart for the Flying Dutchman. Max spins around. Fakes. Max picks up the ball again. Fakes. Tigers with the pressure. Kuiper gets it to Mulroney. Rocco with the move. Shot wide. Possession will stay with Hope. Tigers trying to do everything they can to keep Mulroney off his spot. Because if he gets an angle on him, he has been deadly. Henschel with it. Fakes. Dumps to Kuiper behind the net. Back out to Henschel. Flying Dutchman resent. Grant Brogan with it. Fakes. Fakes. Drives. Gets in. Untouched. Shot. Goal! Good strong move by Grant Brogan. The Flying Dutchman get the first goal of the second half and cut DePauw's lead to 5-4. Here, 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes into this third quarter. Good patience and strength there by Grant. Ball, his shot, very soft shot, but it was able to muscle its way through. Matthew Braun in the face-off circle for DePauw. Marshall Van Belkom for the Flying Dutchman. DePauw with a 7-3 edge in face-offs. Face-off violation. Hope with possession. Mulroney with it. Battaglia now.
Radio back, be like, tell
Pavey with it.
focus on the game and not the clock.
Pavey looking. Their Flying Dutchman looking to get Henschel back in there. Turley whacks it out. And now Henschel will come in for Hope. Looking to even the score at 5-5. Kuiper with it behind the DePauw goal. Over to Battaglia. Up to Pavey, top of the key. Pavey from the top. Dump, shot, save. Scott Brooks with a good scoring opportunity. Gino Battaglia fights off the pressure. Fakes. Muscles through and goal! Rocco Mulroney muscles his way. We are all tied. 5-5 with 11-11 left in this third quarter.
For the Flying Dutchman, scoring goal number 5, number 7, Rocco Mulroney.
Rocco again, if he gets the edge on you, boy, you're just not going to outmuscle him. Very strong and very skilled. That paid off as Hope is even this match by scoring the first 2 goals of this second half. And Belcom and Braun in the face-off. Middle of the Hope orange anchor. Ball kicked around, picked up by Thomas Dye, but turnover. Hope with it. Turley with it. Shot, save. Kyle Roberts with it. Pressured by Beery and Blackburn. Knock him to the ground. Ball, turnover. Get a foul on Hope. Slashing call on the Flying Dutchman by Josh Blackburn. So DePauw will have a man advantage. Tough break for Hope there. Quinn Roddy brings it up for the Tigers. Gets it down behind the net to Ben Sherman. Tigers working around Roddy with it. Jorgensen, shot and a goal. Tigers take advantage of the extra man. And their leading scorer today, Steen Jorgensen, delivers another goal. And the Tigers retake the lead. 10-17 left in this third quarter.
Unassisted, number 20, Steve Jorgensen.
Kyle Gaines in the faceoff for Hope. Matthew Broad. For the Tigers. One by Hope there. Stephen Holpuck with it. Nice job by Harkema to scoop up that ball. Matthew works around trying to get upfield. Turnover by Harkema. Good pressure by the Tigers. Tigers quickly get it up. Dorger with it. Works it back. Knocked. Oh, a tough break there. Near turnover. Shot save. Nick Channels turns away Ben Davis' scoring opportunity. A big save from the Flying Dutchman keeper. Ball picked up, knocked forward. Still on the ground. Looks like a broken stick. Going to get a stoppage here.
Just let the game play. You broke a stick. It's fine.
Looks like Hope will keep possession.
This should not be such a big deal.
Mulroney with it. Over to Kuiper. Kuiper to Pavey. Andrew with the long shot and wide. Possession will stay with Hope. Mulroney on the restart. Up top to Pavey. Pavey to Brogan. Brogan fakes, shot, turned away, save. Hope will keep possession. Fine Dutchman trying to even this match. Paul with it holding on to a 6-5 lead. Pavey with it on top. Pavey to Mulroney. Rocco behind to Max Kuiper. They turn around. Errant pass. Ball knocked away. Turnover Hope. Charlie Robeson up to Jorgensen. Tigers get a little bit of a run going. Shot, goal for Ben Davis. Tigers quickly turn it around and retake a 2-goal lead. 7:52 left in this third period.
For the Tigers, on the assist, number 8, Jet Gomez. And scoring goal, number 7, number 44, Ben Davis.
Kyle Gaines with the face-off. This is a spot where DePauw has earned a big advantage so far. Scramble up, Hope with it. Gaines with it. Gaines it, drops it off to Stephen Holpook. Holpook works it up, Battaglia then to Kuiper. Kuiper with it. Tries to find Henschel. Ball knocked to the ground. Still scrambled. Picked up by Kuiper. Good job by Max working through all that traffic to get the ground ball. Looks like we're going to have a penalty on the Tigers. Henschel with it. Henschel with the shot wide. See what the call is, but the Flying Dutchman will have an extra man. Slashing call on DePauw. Hope will have an extra man for 1 minute. Battaglia with it. Brooks with it, drops it off to Henschel. Henschel to Mulroney. To Kuiper. To Brogan. Flying Dutchman work it around. Shot, Henschel, save. Tigers turn away, Hope scoring opportunity. Jorgensen with it for the Tigers. Jorgensen works through the Hope defense, gets the clear. Dorger with it. Shot, quick tick-toe pass. Goal for Ben Davis off a beautiful pass from Ben Sherman. The Tigers have their largest lead of the game. I think we're going to get a timeout, Hope College. 6:04 left in the third quarter. DePauw leads 8-5.
Ben Sherman. And scoring goal number 8, number 44, Ben Davis. Timeout. Hope.
Bring it back for you, Kenny. Yes. My friend's name is Carly. Usually when I created Carl, so like produce Carly Carl. Isn't that funny? You know reading? Well, if you can help, then I'll order that on my shirt. Yeah. Sweater. Yeah. A big sweater. Carly. Yeah. Do you know what it is? Really? Wait, how? Good. You're so kind. Was it just him and you? Yeah. No, he's a good dude. He's good. Carly, Carl. Are we just trying to be a distraction for him? Or like Stacey Jackson. Stacey Jackson. Huh? Why don't you search it? Do you know who that is? He works in I don't want to go to the department.
Stacey Jackson is the head of
Yeah. He goes and he's like, his wife's name is Stacey. Stacey Jackson.
Marshall Van Belkom will take the face off for the Flying Dutchman. Ball on the ground. Nearly won by Hope. Still loose. Hope picks it up. Blackburn picks up the ground ball, gets it up. Hope with a possession. Over to Battaglia.
If it's just on the ground, you can kick the ball.
You can kick the ball in.
Yeah, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
If you ever go to England, that's all they try to do is try to kick the ball in.
Really?
Kuiper with it over to Mulroney.
Or football.
Back up top. Henschel now with it.
This guy, the consensus is telling me that
Stickball.
lacrosse players are more aggressive than football players. I said I bet.
Battaglia with it.
More aggressive.
Henschel now.
He said
Backs out, back to Battaglia.
about how football is like not aggressive.
Tigers happy to pack it in. Got a 3-goal lead.
Take a deadly weapon and literally
Don't want to give
hit people with it as hard as
crease if they can to the Flying Dutchman. Make them work for a shot.
Anyone in football has ever gotten arrested.
Mulroney with it.
Now, Todd Bertuzzi, on the other hand,
Over to Pavey. Shot off the post.
he got arrested for assault with a deadly
ground
weapon.
ball.
Tough break for Hope. Great shot. Picked up by the Tigers.
He got arrested in Canada.
He just sucker punched.
Ball on the ground. Picked up by DePauw.
Guy in the head with the stick.
Didn't hit a guy that wasn't.
I remember that
That's
game.
not Todd Bertuzzi.
It was definitely Todd Bertuzzi.
I know what play you're talking. It's not Bertuzzi.
Somehow just one.
Tigers.
Alright, Todd Bertuzzi definitely went to jail from a game. I remember him going to jail.
Ben Davis with it. Works it off. 4 minutes left here in this third quarter. Tigers work it around and back. Now back up top. Ben Davis with it. Up to Lewis Andrews.
He was the all-star sophomore captain.
Dorger with it. Works in, then works it out. Ben Davis with it. Shot save.
Shot 9 save.
Hope hustles for the ball and is able to get possession. Good job by Nick Shannels on there making the save and then beating the DePauw defender to the back line. Gareth Ulmer with it. Long stick. Now picked up by Brooks. Brooks quickly up to Henschel. Henschel on the charge. Over to Brogan. Over to Mulroney. Shot wide. Possession will stay with Hope. Good scoring opportunity there for Hope.
No, he's doing mission work right now, so I really hope he's okay.
Mulroney with it. Hope would love to give him another chance.
But yeah, that was really rough.
Over to Henschel. Henschel shot, save. Tigers on the move. Looks like turnover on the Tigers. Battaglia with it. Battaglia in, shot deflected, save.
Not when they have possession.
What was offsides on their offensive possession?
So the ref saw 36 take a step over the line, and then he counted, and then so it was a little bit late, but that's because he had to count the guy.
I hate that they count forward. That's so stupid.
Pavey with it now up to Harkema.
It's like
2 minutes left in this third quarter. Pavey drives, shot wide.
Did he give that to Rocco?
I think so. Oh no.
No, good call.
I was gonna say that would be a gift.
That's the right call.
Tigers beat Hope to the line, so they get possession.
Clear time out.
Good pressure by Grant Brogan, nearly a turnover, but Paul recovers.
Where is Andrew?
Davis with it.
Not being played.
Yeah.
He's in Kenya.
He's in that wheelchair down there.
Shot knocked.
Out 9 block.
Possession will stay with the Tigers. 49 seconds left here in this third quarter.
No, I don't think so.
Flying Dutchman
They told me it's gonna take me 24 hours.
down 3, trying to keep the score where it's at.
More than Austin.
Andrews with it, passes. Over to Ritchie. Over to Daub. Ball knocked down. Turnover, picked up by Blackburn. 13 seconds left. Gets it up to Gino Battaglia. Back to Max Kuiper behind the net. Max with a spin. Shot, block. 4 seconds. Quickly up to Battaglia. Shot and another save. Charlie Robeson coming up big, and Hope is going to be still down 3 goals. 2 great scoring chances, nearly converted.
College, 5.
We will head to our final quarter of regulation with DePauw 8, Hope 5. Special thank you again to Lawrence and Vanderswart for their support of our live streaming efforts of Hope College athletic events. Appreciate their partnership and their willingness to support our efforts to bring you exciting Hope College athletics action this school year.
Rush hour at Russ's is over, guys. Go. There's like 2 left. It's almost 5:30. There's 2 cars in the lot. I think we're good.
Ben Belcom in the faceoff for Hope. Now we're ready to pick up the start of this fourth quarter. Wind is picked up, a lot more blustery. Hope looking to overcome a 3-goal deficit. DePauw with possession. Jorgensen with it. Jorgensen leads the Tigers with 3 goals today, equaling Hope's Rocco Mulroney, who has 3. 5 different goal scorers for DePauw compared to 3 for Hope. Ball knocked around, turnover. Hope with possession. Liam Turley brings it up for Hope. Nice pass over Battaglia. Shot and a goal! Big goal for the Flying Dutchman. Great setup by Liam Turley to Gino Battaglia. The Flying Dutchmen have cut their deficit to 8-6 here, 53 seconds into the fourth quarter.
Flying Dutchman with the assist, number 15, Liam Turley. And scoring, goal number 6. Number 9, Gino Battaglia.
Flying Dutchman with the eds and shots, but Charlie Robeson has kept the Flying Dutchman deterred. Won by Hope. Kyle Gaines with it, gets it quickly up to Gino Battaglia. Flying Dutchman look to strike again. They'll set up. Max Kuiper with it. Behind the net to Mulroney. Back to Battaglia, who just scored. Andrew Pavey with it. So the Flying Dutchman look to set up their set and also get Scott Brooks on the field. Brooks with it, back to Pavey. Over to Henschel. Henschel fakes, drives. Back behind the net to Mulroney, loses it. Ball on the ground, scooped up. Tigers quickly get it up. Ball, though, on the ground. Knocked around. Still under the air, but corralled by DePauw. And the Tigers willing with Ben Davis in possession. Now to get their attack set and work some time off that clock. 8-6 our score, DePauw in the lead. Great Division III men's lacrosse match this afternoon. Jorgensen with it, hands it off to Nate Greenberg. Greenberg inside to Dorger. Dorger back out. Shot wide by Kyle Roberts. Tigers work it and work it back out up top. We'll reset. Dorger with it. Gives it up. The ball works it out. Ben Davis with it. Pressured by Bazzani. Greenberg with it now. Behind the net, Davis. Back to Jorgensen. Jorgensen back to Davis. Ball knocked down. Ulmer with a nice move. Scoops it up into the air. Throws it into the Hope end. Nick Shannels with it. Up to Micah Berry. Bounces off a check. Beery with the drive. Passes behind to Mulroney. Flying Dutchman working around, looking to cut their deficit down to just 1 goal. Battaglia with it. To Kuiper. To Mulroney, slips, gets back up, knocked. Powers through. Max Kuiper with the ground ball. Obviously, the Tigers are going to keep their eyes on Rocco. So it might create an opportunity for one of his teammates. Pavey with it. Back to Henschel. Henschel with it. Mulroney works behind the DePauw net. Fake, Pavey. Shot, goal! Andrew Pavey comes through. Hope College now down to just a 1-goal deficit. DePauw 8, Hope 7, 9:48 left in this final period of regulation.
For the Flying Dutchman,
Great patience there shown by Andrew.
unassisted.
Did a fake and then hit a perfectly placed shot. Kyle Gaines with the face-off. Hope have done a good job of creating scoring opportunities. They faced a hot goalie on this cool afternoon. Gaines wins a face-off. Works it back to Battaglia. Hope looking to even the score. Behind the net to Mulroney. Gino loses control. DePauw whips it around. Tough break for the Flying Dutchman. Jorgensen over to Greenberg. Tigers want to work some clock, but stay on the attack as well. Greenberg with it. Over to Jorgensen. Shot saved by Nick Shannels. Possession will stay with DePauw. Ben Davis on the restart. Another shot. Save. Nick Shannels comes up big for Hope. He'll bring the ball up. Over to Henschel. Henschel in the middle field. Splits the trying defenders. Gets it over for Hope. Flying Dutchman, second opportunity to even the score. We'll send in Scott Brooks. Pavey with it. Pavey, shot, goal! We are all tied. Great job, Andrew Pavey on fire right now. His second goal in about 2 minutes, and we are tied up at 8. Momentum has swung back and forth between these two teams. Excellent match.
Number 36, Andrew Davey.
And 3 consecutive goals to start this final period of regulation. Looks like, yep, we're going to get a timeout. DePauw wants to try to cool the surging Flying Dutchman.
DePauw.
7:42 left in regulation. Both teams have had moments of dominance this afternoon. But the Flying Dutchmen have climbed their way back from an 8-5 deficit after the third period. On a very blustery but at least sunny day. Here at Van Andel Soccer Stadium on the campus of Hope College. Flying Dutchmen looking for their 5th consecutive victory. They have played really well since the season opening loss at Carthage last month. Coming off 2 wins in 3 days last weekend, winning Thursday against John Carroll and then Saturday against Benedictine, Illinois. Flying Dutchman would love to head into spring break victorious as they get a little bit of time off before returning middle of next week for resumption of practice and preparation for a match against Wabash on March 24th. Kyle Gaines, Matt Braun in the face-off circle. Inside the orange, Hope Anchor. Braun wins that one, picks it up. Possession, an errant pass, though. Possible turnover. Looks like we're going to have a foul on Hope. Jorgensen for the Tigers. Roberts with it now. Behind the net for Davis. Davis off to Sherman. Tigers working around, get it back up top. Roberts with it. Defended by Beery. Shot. Shot out of bounds, but possession's going to stay with the Tigers. Out of bounds, turnover. Good job by Nick Pizzani. Creating a turnover. So Hope will... Hope with it. Nick Channels. Back to Pizzani. Long passes. Over to Gareth Ulmer. Up to Micah Bieri. Grant Brogan with it. Henschel will get on the field for Hope now with an opportunity to take the lead. Mulroney over to Pavey. Pavey with a hot hand for Hope. Trade spots with Grant Brogan. Works around, gets it up to Mulroney. Quickly over to Henschel, back to Brogan, and pass. Grant misjudged it, out of bounds, turnover. Hope will look to reset on defense. Hope with a 20-14 edge on shots. Ball on the ground. Scooped up, picked forward, picked up by Hope. Adam Bell picks up that turnover for the Flying Dutchman. Grant Brogan works through the pressure in the midfield. Fake, spins. Over to Mulroney. Shot at a goal! Hope College has come all the way back and leads 9-8 with 5:16 remaining. A great comeback by Hope. Great pass set up by Grant Brogan. And Rocco Mulroney had a wide open net. The Flying Dutchman lead 9-8.
And scoring goal number 9, number 7, Rocco Mulroney.
Last year, I played 25 times. Yes.
They told us this year when I was
Okay, so that's probably a good call. Like, I'm not even joking. Last year, I played 25 times. Which is fair, yeah. I agree.
Why are you calling that?
Face-off violation on the Tigers. So Hope will get a possession.
The farthest ref way called procedure.
Battaglia with it.
He's the backside ref. He shouldn't be.
Back to Kuiper, over to Mulroney. Rocco with 4 goals today to lead all scorers.
There are 2 guys that are close. He should not.
Andrew Pavey had pulled even with him, and Rocco said, no, I don't like that very much. I'm going to get back going, and came up with a big go-ahead goal for Hope. Henschel with it. Harcum at the top.
Hey, check it out. Hey, look at another school move. Look at them all hugging each other. Look at them all.
Mulroney with it.
I feel like they would be better if they had more teammates to pass to.
Mulroney. Over to Kuiper. Over to Pavey. Pavey to Henschel at the top. Inside, tried a quick shot from the middle, but it knocked away by the Tigers. They get a turnover. Ball passed away, picked up. Henschel gets the ground ball and the steal. Over to Pavey. Goal! Andrew Pavey says, all right, Rocco, I'm matching you again. And Rocco says, no problem. What a great job by the Flying Dutchman. 5 consecutive goals in this final period of regulation, and Hope has a 10-8 lead. 4 minutes and 3 seconds remaining.
17, Nathaniel Henschel. And scoring goal number 10, number 36, Andrew Pavey.
Kyle Gaines in the face-off circle with Matt Braun. Start of this period, Hope was down 8-5, but they have found their mojo. Braun with the face-off win. Quixley gets it up for the Tigers. Davis with it. Jorgensen, DePauw's leading scorer.
Last game wasn't super exciting.
It wasn't the end because they got really chipped.
Tigers lost the ball on the ground, but they're able to scoop it up. Kyle Roberts with it.
You didn't enjoy a Hope.
Roberts pressured.
I would love it. But
Dornian with it to Jorgensen at the top. Jorgensen with a fake. Will get a shot off wide. Possession will stay with DePauw. 3:17 left. Hope up 10-8. Sherman with it. Sherman muscles. Shot save by Nick Channels.
Oh, that was clutch.
Great save by Nick. Flying Dutchman, as important as anything, can work some more time off. Inside 3 minutes left. Up to Turley. Up to Pavey. Pavey, shot, saved by Robson. Picked up by Kuiper. Shot, goal! Andrew Pavey! Huge goal. Hope on fire up 11-8. 2:42 left.
For the Flying Dutchman.
What a comeback by Hope this afternoon.
And scoring goal number 11, number 36, Andrew Pavey.
Andrew had just 3 goals heading in to this game, and he's got
Timeout, DePauw.
it's more than double that. 5 now, and Hope in command, 11-8 with 2:42 left here at Van Andel Soccer Stadium. Andrew had a 2-goal game against Monmouth, Illinois in a March 3rd win, and then also scored in the February 27th win against Concordia.
It was the only one I had fun with.
Andrew has a very good scoring touch, though. Scored 6 goals, or 16 goals last season. But this is a career high for him. His previous best was 3. Last season, he accomplished the feat twice, once against Northland, Wisconsin, and also against Alma.
Oh my god, he would. The one thing that the people in the box told me, they're like, the only thing that ever did wrong in this facility was that allow him to play that song. Like nobody will ever forget that moment.
Wait, did you play Thunderstruck?
Emma did when
You don't know who Emma is?
she's the girl that
Kyle Gaines, Matt Braun in faceoff.
played that song when we played. I didn't think it was Sweden. I thought it was trying. Was it trying? And it was like it was right after they scored. Like for football, you have to play a song, and she happened to pick that one. And,
Ball won by Hope, scooped up by Josh Blackburn. Works it back. Nick Bizzani keeps it.
oh my god, that's so.
Nick passes it up to Gareth Ulmer.
So accurate.
Picked up by Gino Battaglia. Ball knocked from his stick. Tigers have to be aggressive now, have to create a turnover. Hope looking to run as much clock off as possible.
You can't use the microphone.
But a bad pass there, turns it over.
Stop asking.
Be a teachable moment for the Flying Dutchman.
Come on, Dad, please.
2 minutes left here in regulation. Hope 11, DePauw 8. Flying Dutchman looking for their first win over DePauw. Tigers have been a regular opponent for the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah.
Ben Davis with it. Forced around. Other goal up top.
Yeah.
Tigers with it. Shot save, Nick Channels. 1.5 minutes left here in regulation. Nick now with 10 saves on the game. Liam Turley with it, pressured. Runs right through the heart of the DePauw defense.
I'm sure he knew. I know. That's what I was gonna say. I'm sure he already.
Max Kuiper with it. 70 seconds left for the Flying Dutchman. Max with it, long back out to Grant Brogan. Flying Dutchmen don't need to score again, just need to run off as much clock as possible. And they are on their way to victory number 5 of the season and victory number 5 in a row. Henschel with it.
Pretty hype. That's hype.
Brogan with it. Brogan with the charge. Ball turned over, picked off by the Tigers. Get it, get a penalty on Hope.
Are you serious?
Flying Dutchman will go down a man after that.
It shouldn't even be just a push.
Shouldn't even be a push.
I thought he was about to call a slash too, though.
Looks like call is on Pavey. 22.8 seconds left in regulation.
Offsides. What?
Got it. Thank you.
Hold on.
Offsides called on Hope.
No way. That's a push. Shot powerful.
Shot wide by the Tigers. Nate Greenberg.
What do we do with this win?
10 seconds left. Ball picked off on the ground. Picked up by Liam Turley.
Ground ball, Hope 32.
Picked up by Gareth Ulmer. And that is all she wrote. Hope College comes up with a big come-from-behind victory. 11-8 over the DePauw Tigers.
Your final score. Hope College.
A run here
University 8.
of 6 unanswered goals over the final 14 minutes and 7 seconds. And the Flying Dutchmen pick up a big win, 5-1 on the season. Victory number 5 in a row, and they'll head into spring break feeling very good and rightfully so about themselves. They'll be off now for about a week and a half, returning to action on March 24th at Wabash. I want to thank everyone who helped put this broadcast on today for you. Thank you to our sponsor, Lawrence and Vanderswart, and most of all, thank you for following Hope College athletics in this Hope College men's lacrosse match. Again, our final score, Hope 11, DePauw 8. This is Alan Babbitt, Hope College Sports Information Director, signing off from Van Andel Soccer Stadium on the campus of Hope College.